Welcome to John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. We're in Waukesha County in Wisconsin fishing for bluegills and northern pike.
Fleet Farm presents John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. Fleet Farm, the ultimate fishing headquarters.
Just a big, beautiful fish.
Oh, is that awesome? Holy moly! Oh my God! It's a huge fish! It's a huge fish!
This is amazing.
Who do you got?
Oh my gosh.
Yes, folks, a beautiful, crisp, cool day in southeastern Wisconsin and Waukesha County with my buddy Matty Bosanich and Matty B. We got to talk about southeastern Wisconsin this year. There's been very sketchy, if any, ice all of December and January, and that's a bad thing for ice fishermen, but it's a good thing right now because a lot of these fish haven't been hit all year.
Yeah, it's all the good spots in southeastern Wisconsin. We have a ton of lakes, but they get a lot of pressure on the weekends, and all the good weed beds people figure out with all the lake, looking at the Lake Master chips. But right now, late winter, these fish have not had a lot of holes drilled on top of them, not a lot of pressure. So they're active right now.
I got to mention to people, be careful out here. We're staying close to shore today because these deep, clear lakes like Pine, Oconomowoc, Lake Geneva, well, Lake Geneva's not even froze.
Okachi.
But these deep, clear lakes, the middle has been open most of the winter. Huh?
Yeah, it really has. Stick to the bays. There's a lot of good weed clumps, sand mix in all the bays down here. That's where you want to be.
We're going to have fun today. Dave, our biology teacher buddy, is here. We got a couple other guys. And I should mention, too, that we're going to set tip-ups and jig.
Yeah, what the setup I want to do today, John, is we're going to hang some Beaver Dams with live shiners and fluorocarbon leaders over the top of the weeds, and then I want to put the other half of the tip-ups out off the weed line, and then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to drill a line of holes just off the weeds and in the weeds for jigging for panfish.
We'll catch something.
I hope we do.
Yeah, hey, folks, so show what we're using and how we're using it. All of that coming up right after this. Hey folks, you can win this all-new 2020 Yamaha X2 XTR. This is the same machine that we use on the show. Of course, we depend on Yamaha ATVs and side-by-sides to get us where we need to go to catch fish. Now you have a chance to win this one for yourself. This XTR Edition Wolverine is ready for extreme adventure with a factory-installed Warn winch, special edition paint, color-matched wheels, and aggressive GBC Dirt Commander tires. It's really easy to enter. Find the link on our Facebook, Instagram, or website. Good luck.
Yeah, what's my favorite series of hubs? The Clam C series shelters work best for us.
Hey, what's our favorite ice sub shelter? The X series from Clam Outdoors.
Choose the hub shelter that's right for you at Clam Outdoors. Pursue the ice.
Hey, welcome back, folks. As I mentioned at the top of the program, fishing the lakes of Waukesha County today with our buddy Matty B. And Matty B, our lakes have deep weeds, and you like those deep weeds from, say, 12 to 16, 18 feet of water.
Absolutely, John. And we get to late February, I even like that 20 to 25. A lot of these lakes have deep weeds like that. But it's all about finding the weeds, and the weeds that are still up off the bottom. A lot of weeds, especially when you get later, lay down. When you can find the ones that are still up, that's where they're going to be.
Now, I like a little Google Eye jig like you have on there, the gold one, and that's tungsten. Great feel with that jig.
Yep.
And I've got a Castmaster on, and we'll switch back and forth. We may even go smaller than a Google Eye, right?
Yeah, sometimes these real big gills are educated, and sometimes you have to go to like a real size 2mm or 3mm. But what I've noticed with the Castmaster, like in the 32nd ounce or the 1/24th ounce, is it kind of weeds out the small ones, and you catch those.
You got a tip up. There we go, Matty B. Tip up already, huh, buddy?
Yeah, never even got. This is the 5th one I put out.
Okay,
and,
let's see. We go. There's
yes.
now look at the thickness on that pike.
Absolutely.
These pike, in our southern Wisconsin lakes, since they put that 26-inch size limit on most of our lakes, folks, you're really seeing better built fish.
Yeah, I'd say this is that 26, 27-inch fish, but look, it's just thick. Look at the nice stocky gut on it.
Yeah, and that's got good genes. That fish is going to grow to be a big guy. Yeah, hold that weed out.
Yeah.
So a lot of our lakes in southeastern Wisconsin, where you're talking about Pine, Oconomowoc, Okauchee, the weeds are deep and they stay green in the winter.
Yeah, John, and that is the key. I mean, it's winter time. A lot of these weeds in these clear lakes stay pretty green and thick, and the ones that stay up and don't fall to the bottom, those are the ones you want to be fishing.
Nicely built tummy there, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
Nice start. Is it there? Yeah, you got him. All right,
fish
there we go. 2 fish in 5 minutes if he gets this in.
I like it. I like it. Oh, he took a lot of line out too.
Yeah, he
There's
did.
Decent.
Oh, there he goes.
Ragnar, every time I bring you along, you usually catch a giant pike. You know that?
Well, I'll tell you what, that one took a run. Oh,
here he
let's
comes.
see if he is big or small. Oh, decent
Oh,
sized
that's a nice
pike.
fish. Man, they're thick.
Yeah, that is unbelievable. And you know what, guys? When I woke up this morning, saw it was going to be high blue skies. That's good for pike, isn't it, usually?
Yeah, they usually really go crazy, John, on these, especially with all the snow. I mean, we've been getting a lot of snow lately. It's dark down there, even in this clear water, and they usually go crazy.
Hey, Dave, I know that you put your camera down and checked a bunch of areas. What are we fishing here, a weed deal?
Yeah, it's a nice weed bed. There's a break to it. I'm getting a couple of gills on the outside, but when I was looking down in there were quite a few gills. So I think these pike are just congregated, going after them.
So about how deep are we?
Right now we're in about 14, I think, right here.
14.
But the weed bed goes into 6. We'll probably be fishing that shallow as well.
We might get a big one of these today, guys.
Oh, they're lingering around here. John, this feels good. This feels good.
Buddy. Come on, Matty D. Come on, buddy.
He just made his third run on me and pulled up all kinds of weeds. Look at this.
Oh, yeah,
It feels like a real good fish. Real good fish.
Oh my gosh,
yes.
Look at the head on that. And look at that mouthful of weeds too. And look at the stomach on that
Look at
thing,
that.
buddy. I mean, I am just so amazed. And I go back to what I was saying before, how much that 26-inch size limit has really made our lakes down here almost trophy lakes.
There's no doubt. I mean, here's the proof right here. I mean, look at how solid that fish is. I mean, probably a 32, but just thick, and imagine what he's going to be when he's 40 inches.
No, that's impressive, buddy. And again, when you're setting in big weed flats like this, how far above the weeds do you keep your minnows?
Always go more than less. So if I think the weeds average 2 to 3 feet off the bottom, I'm going to set my tip ups 4 to 5 feet, especially in this clear water. They feed up. You just can't have your minnows in the weeds.
Look at that, folks. I mean, that is gorgeous. And by the way, we're catching a lot of small bluegills while we're doing this. So you're going to just keep digging, drilling holes with the Jiffy and keep moving till we find the bigger gills.
Absolutely. I mean, if it takes 100 holes, we're going to find them.
Look at that pike. Hey, what do you got there, buddy?
Feels a lot better than we've been catching.
Well, I'll tell you what, we are catching tons of gills, and that's not a bad gill.
No,
that's
absolutely.
7.5. Pull them up real high. Yeah, I mean, that's nice fish. And Dave, you just keep moving around. Is that the ticket?
I've been bouncing around, and as I was looking on my graph, I saw there was a point that sticks out here. So I'm trying to find the end of the point, and that is where I found these little bit nicer fish. So
Yeah. Oops. Whoa. I mean, yeah, that's a good gill right there. And you're going to keep a few of these?
absolutely.
Okay, Matty D. What do we got here, buddy? Oh, there's a dandy.
Look at that.
That is a gorgeous bluegill there, Matty B.
That's a big one, John.
And hey, I'm catching tons of little ones. So what? Are you catching little ones also?
Yeah, so I took the Jiffy and drilled like 50 holes down this weed bed and zigzagging inside and out. I'm in 13 feet here with some good weeds, and I seem to be better fish over here. But you got to keep bouncing around because you're gonna catch small fish. Move 10 feet and catch a big one like this.
A beauty.
Yeah, look at that. Here's one.
Come on, Matty.
Yeah, feels decent.
Well,
Oh yes, look at that.
oh yeah, that's 7.5,
Nice.
8,
Yeah,
right?
that's an 8 for sure. Nice and thick.
And folks, bluegills are one of my favorite things in the world to eat, aren't they?
Oh, especially out of the cold water. You get these 8, 8.5s. I love to throw those 9+s back. Let those spawn. Hooked up, Johnny. Hooked up.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, they're
There
getting
you
good.
go.
Oh man.
That's a nice one, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, they're consistent 8+ inches right now.
You know what's interesting though, folks, is we're catching these right in the middle of a sunny day. I thought bluegills were normally a late afternoon, early morning deal.
They usually are. I mean, but this can go back to what we said, John, earlier, that a lot of the lakes in southeastern Wisconsin have not got a lot of lake pressure because it's been such a rough winter with skim ice. So these fish are really active right now, and it's cold out.
We were fishing the lakes of Waukesha County, a 1-hour drive from Milwaukee, 2 hours from Chicago, and 4.5 hours from Minneapolis. Folks, here's a couple of important facts that you should know about Eagle Claw hooks. Number 1, Eagle Claw is the only hook in the world made right here in the USA. Number 2, American workmanship guarantees innovation, and we've been doing it since 1925. Number 3, Eagle Claw's in-house superior technology builds Eagle Claw, Laser Sharp, and Trocar brands. Look at the size of that fish!
All right.
Oh my gosh! Fish get hooked on Eagle Claw. So should you.
The Castmaster drop chain. We took the original Castmaster body and added a 2-inch dropper chain to it. When you're rocking the Castmaster side to side and get the chain swinging, tipped with either a spike or a minnow head, it's a deadly combination. Check them all out at acmetackle.com.
Len Groom from AMSOIL here, and we're talking about diesel fuel additives. Many people ask me, does AMSOIL have product for diesel fuel? Well, we do. And today I want to talk about our all-in-one additive. It takes care of everything that you need in one dose. It cleans, it lubricates, it boosts your cetane, and it also keeps the fuel from gelling up in the cold. So you take care of basically all the needs in one dose. Check out the back of the bottle for the proper dosage for your tank. And for more information on any of our fuel additives, check out amsoil.com.
Over time, there's always been this game of nip and tuck with professional shallow water guides, balancing weight with power. With the new 140 G2, now I have an inline 3-cylinder that will still allow me to float in less than 10 inches of water. The bonus is I've got all the power and torque I want now, and I've got way more speed than I deserve.
I'll tell you what, I don't have much time to fish between you and Matty B catching all these fish.
What do you got?
You got it stuck
Oh, it's a tiny hole.
Oh, that's it. I gotta get you a new jiffy. Do a bigger hole. Actually, that's a beautiful bluegill. Look at that.
That's my best one of the day right there, for sure.
What do you think this one goes?
I don't know, John.
Probably 8.5 though, right?
Yeah, for sure. All day.
And we haven't caught any real stocky ones yet today.
No.
But that's a beautiful size right there.
Absolutely.
And you're moving around a lot.
I am. I'm bouncing. I don't like to sit in one spot. If I'm not getting the right size fish, I try a new spot. So.
Well, my Yamaha's so comfortable, I'd like to sit in one spot.
I noticed
that is a beauty right there, man.
Ooh, Matt, I moved right by you because you're catching
job.
That's a nice one. Yeah, I'm catching a bunch of little guys, and now that I moved back towards your hole where you got bigger ones, this one stared at it for like a few minutes, like you said.
Right, that's what I've noticed is we're hopping around catching a lot of little ones, but we both just came to a hole. We're only marking a couple of fish, not catching the little ones.
Yeah.
And when we get a bite, it's an 8+. Yep. Oh, there's one, Johnny.
You know, like you, I'm marking them like crazy.
Oh, he's
down
bowling.
Here.
He's bowling. Don't bulldog.
That's a dandy, Matt. And I'm marking them like crazy, but when they come up, you're just keeping the rod still?
Totally still. Shaking it. I'm about 3 foot up.
Yeah.
I have to be in a sand pocket here because I'm not marking any weeds. And I'm shaking it hard about 3 foot up, and when they come, I'm stopping it, and they're coming up and just sucking it right in.
Ooh, look at Kurt.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
Yeah, let's see that, Kurt. Matt, hold those up together, buddy. I mean, those are two beautiful fish, aren't they?
Awesome gills.
And Kurt, you got weeds in your hole there?
Yeah, weeds in about 15 feet.
Nice.
Boy, isn't it a nice day?
Beautiful.
Gorgeous
sunny
day.
And big gills are biting. Oh, this feels
You
good.
got another one?
This one's digging. This is a hot hole.
Oh, he's ridiculous.
Yeah, what the heck?
Ooh, that is a jumbo.
I think that's the biggest one of the day.
Look, there's a measuring device right on that
clam scoop.
Scooper there. All right, let's get a measurement on that.
This.
See what you got
I
there,
think I have
buddy.
to change to the copper.
Copper tungsten
What do you got?
hammered.
Oh.
9 9 1/4, John.
Wow.
9 1/4.
Look at that. That is awesome.
Kurt's got one.
Kurt's got one on. Well, see what Kurt's got over there, guys.
This is going to rival yours, Matt.
I want you to win, Kurt. I want you to win.
Oh, there.
Oh, get the tape.
Wow.
Get the tape.
That is a nice fish.
I think I can lip this one.
Yeah, look at these.
Yeah, those are beautiful
That's
gills.
that's as good as it gets right there.
In like what, 2 minutes you guys got?
Oh, you might have me.
Well, let's measure it.
What do we got over there, Matt?
9 1/8.
9
Wow,
1/8.
those are
Thanks for the 8.
Hold them up one more time together,
Look at
guys.
those big gills.
wow,
Those are
and they are beautiful fish.
We got a
guys.
tip up, John.
Woo!
Coming, David. Coming, Dave. Coming, Dave. You should have seen Matt and Kurt just caught twin 9-inch bluegills.
I'll have to come over there then.
Yeah, I mean, they were beautiful fish.
here he comes.
That's another nice pike. Yeah, there you go. I cannot believe, now you're a biologist, right?
Yep.
What is it the fact that these are Cisco-based lakes that make these fish so fat, do you think?
I honestly think it's just all the gills that are in here. I mean,
Yeah.
dropping the camera down there, it's incredible how many little, bite-sized morsels are in there. So, yeah.
You've seen an increase in the size of our park, too, since that 26-inch size limit, too,
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely,
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, that fish has great genes. When that gets to be 35 inches long, that's going to be a big fish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I need to get a 40 out of here one of these days.
Maybe today.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Breaking news from Fleet Farm. Check out this deal. Rippin' Wraps for just $5.99. Rippin' Wraps, size 5 or 7, just $5.99.
Hey, what's your favorite part of ice fishing?
I would say a hot Johnsonville, John.
Yeah, you know what I got for you today?
What's that?
One of your favorites. These are better with cheddars. They're pre-cooked, and they're wonderful premium cuts of wonderful pork. Then they smoke it with their Johnsonville seasoning. Then they stuff it with cheddar cheese. And they cook them for you at the factory. So all I got to do is put them on the grill and warm them up. Probably takes about 10 minutes. I like them when they're a little charred on the outside, don't you?
Yeah, it warms you up a little bit more.
Yeah. Well,
I could taste that cheddar cheese right away. Outstanding.
Isn't that great? And premium cuts of smoked pork. It is a wonderful sandwich, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Hey, folks, look for Johnsonville Better with Cheddars at your favorite retailer today.
Hooked up, John.
Hooked up, John.
They are suspended.
Well, let's see. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I guess it's I have to leave every minute you guys catch a fish.
Look at that copper hammered Acme tungsten.
Hey, by the way, Matt, Dave just caught another one of those well-built pike.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Flags are going to. This is just a perfect day.
Oh, they are on fire. I can't wait to see what the late afternoon brings for us.
Ooh, I moved right next to Matt. Literally right next to Matt.
Well, let's see what you got
Ooh,
there.
that's a
hey,
nice
Matt, Matt, take a look at Blake's there.
Oh, nice.
And clearly the color
Put
is
your hand
matching.
up next to that.
Yes,
yeah,
just,
I mean,
just
those
tied
are...
on the copper for you.
Yeah, literally, immediately.
All right, Kurt. I saw you set the hook on that one, buddy.
Yeah, you can tell when you set the hook. It feels nice.
Ooh,
oh,
yeah. Thumb that one to hold it out. Hey, Dave, bring the one over that you just caught, too. Dave just caught one as I was walking over.
When you can lip them, you know they're big, right?
Yeah. Hold this one up next to that one. That's two beautiful fish back to back. Robin, tip off. This is yours, buddy. This is yours. My buddy Robin, who is one of the owners of Acme Tackle and Kalen's. Okay, your turn, buddy. How you doing today?
Good, you?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Just catch this fish.
It was spinning.
Dave, come on in here, buddy.
It was spinning pretty good.
Was it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's off to this side over here. Feeling?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, and there we go. Nicely done there, buddy. Feel decent?
Yeah, it does. Feels like
Okay, well, let him run if he's got to run.
Yeah.
Ooh, that had some line out. Let's see. Here's the lead. Oh, there you go. That's a beautiful pike. Get him, get him, get him. All right, Robin, you can't believe the build on these fish.
They're fat, that's for sure.
How you been doing, buddy?
Good, good, busy.
You guys are coming out with a lot of new products there at Kalen's and Acme, you know?
Absolutely, yeah. Trying to stay on top of it, so.
Well, you make great lures.
Thank you.
Johnson Pump makes the best aeration systems in the world. In fact, most major boat manufacturers exclusively use Johnson Pump aeration systems. Johnson Pump also makes portable aeration kits. It's like having a bait shop right along with you. Our exclusive tiny bubbles stay longer in the water, providing more oxygen while removing harmful carbon dioxide. That keeps your expensive live bait frisky and ready to catch more fish. Johnson Pump aeration systems, great for your bucket, cooler, or boat. And remember, folks, get Johnson Pumped!
What lies beneath can no longer hide. New Mega Imaging Plus uses high-frequency sonar to show you fish and structure up to 200 feet below your boat and 200 feet out to either side. No more secrets, no more guesswork, just a clearer picture of the world below, down to a fish's species and direction. Because more detail means more of this. Whoa. Only from Humminbird.
Another big one, John. You can just tell the way those big ones pull.
It's not fair. Oh, that is nice.
Look at that thing. Look how thick they are, too.
I'm starting to get upset, but you know what? I talked about it at the top of the program, Matt. I've got that small Castmaster on. I have them come up and they leave, so I should go smaller.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I always like to say at least have two rods rigged up. One, I like to do a little 1/24 or 32nd spoon Castmaster.
Right.
And then a tungsten. And once you figure out if they want it, because the tungsten jig's going to sit horizontal, so you can vertical as a spoon. So you got to figure out which presentation they want on a given day.
Everybody's moved right. Dang. Oh, yeah, there you go. That one, what do you think? 8.5, buddy?
For sure, yeah.
Now, are you surprised that these fish are biting so well middle of the day?
No, I mean, this lake, it really depends. I mean, it can be morning, it can be midday bite. It's kind of weird. The clouds have rolled in, and it's going to be picking up a little bit right now.
Ooh, Dave, you got a tiny rod now.
Yeah, I know. I had to switch it up.
Ooh, that's a nice one. Hey, you know, I'm getting fish coming up now, and they're not even looking at it. They just kind of fade away once they come up. Mm-hmm. So you went to a smaller jig?
Yeah, I was having the same problem, so I switched to, I guess it's a 2mm. It's just a smaller jig in my opinion, and they seem to be eating it.
Yeah, because I can't get anything on a Castmaster today, which is really weird, because normally I catch the big bluegills on the Castmasters. Mm-hmm. So when they're hesitant, you go smaller.
Yep, small as I possibly can.
The Fleet Farm John Gillespie's Waters and Woods 2020 Fishing Contest is underway. To enter is simple. Just snap a picture of your trophy catch and go to any Fleet Farm store to pick up an entry blank, or go to fleetfarm.com to download an entry blank. I go to Fleet Farm every week to find the hot new deals. Check out what I found this week. 20% off all ice augers and ice fishing shelters on sale starting at $39.99, and 15% off all Markham and Vexlar ice locators on sale starting at $76.49.
Hey, Matt,
Robin's got one. All right, we are catching so many bluegills over there, Robin, and you are just in charge of the tip-ups today.
This is this is Robin's third one in a row.
Right, buddy. Does this one feel pretty good, too?
It feels bigger, actually, than the last one.
All right.
Just a little
Ooh, there he is. There he is.
Oh,
That
nice
is.
fish.
Look at that pike. Come on up here, Matty B.
Yes.
Are you having fun with the tip-ups?
Having a great time. Love Beaver Dam, man.
Look at that tummy. I mean, I just can't get over that. And this goes back to what we talked about in the beginning of the program a little earlier. These fish in these weed beds have not been fished all winter, have they?
No, it's untapped. I mean, giant gills. Look at just beautiful. Look how thick that
pat
pike
the tummy on that, Robin. I mean, hold them the other way, Matt. Yeah, pat the tummy. Now that you get an idea.
Look at that.
Of how fat those fish are.
Gorging on gills.
And that's the deal too. That's what they're doing in these weed beds.
There's no doubt about it. They are in here for one reason: to eat.
He's got one. Hey, Matty B, come here.
Yeah.
Let's see what he's got. And
those big ones.
Oh, yeah, they do. Here, I just caught. I don't know how big this one is, and I just caught two. A couple of nice ones there too. So how big is Dave's? Do you think about 9? That's pushing 9.
Yeah, 8 3/4.
And
9.
how about the two I just caught? About 8? 7 and 8.
Yep, those are 8s.
Coming through the slush. See, you're right next to Matty B now.
Yep.
Both of you got hit. Blake,
I know.
Catch him, buddy.
It's pretty funny because I moved by him earlier. He just left, and then I'm catching it.
Ooh, look at that.
Look at
what
that.
Matty B
You can't
just
even
caught.
see the jig, man.
Nice. You definitely whooped me on this one, Blake.
Yeah, I
Now,
think
is
I
that
would.
holding it still?
Yes.
Look
There's
at
a bunch of
this.
fish down there. I have a big school, and I saw this bigger mark, and when I made sure it was still for a little bit,
You creamed
hammered
it,
it.
huh?
Yep.
Ooh, there you go, buddy. I just got one too right next to you over here. Let's see what you got.
Oh, it's coming.
Oh, this has been a blast today. Look at the size of that one. I just caught this one. How big do you think? Well, let's see here. I'm going to kind of lift this guy here. Well, take a look. Mine's probably 8, and yours got to be 8.5 or close, right?
Yeah,
What would you say?
I'm just gonna have to say 8 3/4. How
And
about
I'll
that?
say 8 1/4 on this one.
All right. This one feels nice.
Okay, well, I'm sloshing over here. We got some serious slush building up. Whoa, look at this guy. Holy cow, I don't know, man. That might be 10. What do you think?
It's tough to tell. I mean, he's got some shoulders on him.
Yeah, I mean, that right there, that's a big fish, man.
He can go swimming on top
Hey,
of the
Matty
ice
B,
here.
look at the size of this guy.
Oh, we gotta measure that bad boy.
What do we got there, Dave?
Looks like he's about 9 1/8, maybe. Oh, 9 1/4 is what
9
we got.
1/4. You know, you get over 8, it's a nice bluegill. You get over 9, it's a real nice bluegill, right?
Yeah, that's a toad.
Yeah, hold them up one more time there, buddy. Now you're gonna let that one go, huh?
Absolutely.
Hey, here we go! And whoa,
Wow,
Blake!
just another jumbo.
Grab him, Blake. Grab him. You got yours there too.
I got him, yeah.
Ooh, that's a nice one too. Can you grab him, sweetie?
Yeah.
There we go. Boy, those are 2 gorgeous fish, aren't they?
Yeah.
What a day bluegill fishing we've had.
Yeah, it's been fantastic.
I mean, you know, and we've gone through a ton of small ones too, and we're throwing a lot of these. These are pushing 9 inches, you know, and we're throwing a lot of these back. You kept what, 8 for your family?
Yep.
Yeah, which is perfect amount, right?
Acme's expanding their tungsten jig series. We have a brand new hammered finish series. 3 colors, gold plated, chrome plated, and copper plated. What I love about these jigs, they throw off a lot of flash. Check them all out at acmetackle.com.
Oh, Pete, I'm getting too old for this. So, John, you haven't heard of Brian's Custom Steps? Oh, Pete, those are awesome. How can I get a set? Yeah, I love these big no-slip platforms, and they're made right here in Wisconsin. For more information on Brian's Custom Steps, call 920-315-0333.
From the kennel to the coop, whatever the season, Fleet Farm has everything to keep your animals happy and healthy. Whether you're getting them through the winter season, mastering those retrieval skills season, or wondering who takes care of who season. There's a reason people say, if Fleet Farm doesn't have it, you don't need it, because we have it all. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Hey, buddy, great time today. And I want to mention to folks, too, that even after March 1st, panfish stays open. And that's, if you got safe ice, it's a great time to panfish.
Yeah, all of March. As long as there's ice, you find weeds, you find big gills.
And, folks, that is our show for today. Please join us next week. I don't know where we're going to fish yet. We'll find a place somewhere. Until then, I'm John Gillespie.
And I'm Blake Gillespie.
And I'm Matty B.
I hope to see you enjoying John Gillespie's Waters and Woods.
Hey, John Gillespie. This is man and everything done, yeah.